Hi guys, this is Trevor at Integrity Distribution. Today I have a 30-inch Jenn-Air Downdraft range. This is all electric, smooth top, easy, clean, radiant cartridges in here. So all electric burners, electric oven. But I'm going to be giving it some testing on this video. The downdraft fan right here is included. This will ship just screwed down to the pallet underneath the range. It has a quick disconnect, so it's just like that deal right there. So you just squeeze that little tab and pull, and that'll disconnect this. Chances are pretty good you already have one of these. Yeah, this will ship underneath the range, screwed down to the pallet, and to access this part, you just lift up on the bottom and it pulls right off. So cosmetically, actually, so this will come with, if you need it, this comes with just a printed installation instructions and also user's manual right there. Let's see what else to show you. So this has some pretty notable scratching. You can see it if you're kind of closer. So somebody, like, I think, cleaned this with like an SOS pad or something like that. And even the screen has some finer scratching, like it got cleaned with something that was a little abrasive as well. Its screen looks like it's flickering on the camera. It's not. It looks just totally solid. Sometimes the camera can do, you know, funny things with screens, but yeah, screen brightness looks good. Let me show you the different colors in terms. So there's the red on the screen, and then there's like a lighter orange right there. Everything looks pretty good and bright. Let's see here. Turn that. Oops. All right, so there's the screen. I'll show you the oven, but let me go through the cosmetic stuff first, and then I'll do the testing. There's a little chip right there. I'm going to show you this top part. You can see the spots there. Just got hit with stuff over the years. This little spot right there. Yeah, this is man, somebody really did not clean this well, or they cleaned it a little too well per se, just not the right way. This cartridge right here is brand new on this side, and this cartridge is used over here. This one had a crack in it, or I believe, so I didn't even take it with me. I left it there, and then I knew I had some cartridges. So but yeah, this is the scratching. You know, from a lot of angles it really doesn't look that bad. But if you get close, if the light hits it from the right direction, you can tell there's some pretty notable scratches right there. So yeah, the price will reflect that. So if you know, looks aren't as important if it's for a rental, or you know, if just function is just kind of what you care about, this might be a good one. Yeah, normally I'd list these for, you know, closer to $2,200 plus shipping. This one I'm going to list for about $18. So I'm going to show you the timers, or the low temperature thermostat on the burners. I want to, let's see, let me turn the lights off here, for some of them at least. Get a little light in here though. So I think let's see, that I can feel is warm. They're just barely warm though, but yeah, they're warm. So the timers, I think, went on and off already. They're all on low right now. They're really low. This one's a little, they're so low that I can touch them. Man, the timers I think are going right off. Okay, that one's on right now. Do you see it just was on for just a second? Kind of hoping to capture some. That was the back left one. So this is on the low. And I'm hoping that another one will click on here pretty soon. Let's see, that one was on for a second. But I want to show you guys these two real quick on the low. You can see they're warm. Like they were all on for a second before apparently. I just missed them. So I'd like this one and this one to kick on for a second before I switch them over to the medium temperature. That one is on. All right, just this one left. So this just shows you that the burners, if you turn it on low, it's not on high the whole time, like something's broken with the thermostat or the timer or the switches or anything like that. Everything. The low, it's kind of the most important setting to test. That one went on for a second again. This one's got to come on anytime now. There it goes. All right, so there's the low. I'm going to show you the, I'll turn it on medium. So they should all be red for a little while here. That one turned off there. You can see the thermostat's right through the middle. So you can see they're just on for longer before they turn off, and then they will kick back on a little sooner. So we shouldn't have to wait quite so long. But it's all done by the temperature inside that cartridge, so it's possible that it would, even on medium, it might still be pretty hot in the cartridge. And there's no pot to cool it down. That one just kicked back on. That one and that one. This one's probably not far behind. So anyway, there's the medium off. Off. So anyway, there's the medium, and I'll just show you high. I'll just leave them on red for a little bit. Here's the downdraft fan. You can see they're all going high. Downdraft fan. I've got the power. There's the low. There's the high. Off. Low. High. And I've got, you know, the power hooked up, but I don't have the, you know, any venting hooked up. This is going to ship just like that. The fan will be screwed underneath the range there. So anyway, you can see they're all red hot. So there's the high. I'm just going to turn them off so it doesn't get too hot. And I'll get some lights back on here. Let's see. All right, so there's testing on the burners. Cosmetically, I showed you the scratches there. This has kind of a light matte color to the vent cover. Kind of a lighter black, charcoal. There's the filter. It's good to throw those in the dishwasher, you know, every quarter or so, you know, every 3 months roughly, or however often you want to. Here's the oven. The oven itself is nice and clean. There's some corrosion on some of the racks. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I did calibrate the oven, but it is still 4 degrees hot. So at 350 degree setting, it is averaging 350 degree setting, it's averaging 354 degrees average temperature. Let's see. There's that. So you can see there, this rack is worse. There's some corrosion across the bar down here. It's been cleaned, but you can't really, you know, clean off corrosion. So there's some corrosion here and there, especially on that bar going across. There's the other rack. I'm going to kick the bake element on, let that get red hot. And show you. I want to show you each element red. And that's about it, you know. This is a pretty simple appliance. There's not much going on here. All right, I already did test the self-clean. I'm not really going to show you that. I will, I'll show you this lock functioning. If I remember, I hope I do. But anyway, here is the oven door. I don't really see any real notable chips. There's a little one right there. Little one right there. One right there. Okay, here we go. There's a little bit right here. That's chipped right there. Looks fine though. Not really major corrosion or anything too crazy. Here's the glass. I think I did take this apart and clean inside it a little bit. Here is the, I'll turn the light on. Here's the oven light. And you can also, here's the door. If I close it as gently as I can, it still kicks the oven light on, off, and seals. It's still sealing more. So anyway, here's the glass. perfectly clean, but looks pretty good in there. It's almost too much light. Lots of glare going on. Let's get back. It doesn't help. Anyway, yeah, it gives you an idea. The glass, there's a little dust here and there, but it looks pretty clean. You can see the element red. It's starting to get cherry red. I could let it get just a little more red before I give up on that. I think I showed you the light scratches on the screen, but here that is one more time. Depends on what angle you're at. If you're, like, if I'm squat down a little bit here, you can see it a little. Normal viewing angle here, it's, you almost just don't even see it at all, but that would depend on the lighting in your house if you'd see that or not. These two knobs have a little bit of wear. You can still, you know, pretty clearly tell which side's the high and the low. And these two knobs over here, I believe are brand new, if I remember right. I think got new knobs on this. There's the temperature updates. The lowest temperature you can set Jenn-Air to is 175, at least on this generation. So there's a nice red element to show you. I'm gonna kick that off and then show you the broil element. That's gonna take, you know, a couple minutes to heat up here. You could hear the cool down fan inside the oven. You can hear it. It's actually back here. This just keeps the electronics cool. All right, so there's a chip right here on both sides. The install, you know, right here, this is all that, so the countertop's gonna hit right there. So if you scoot back, you know, inch and a quarter from your countertop, this is what should show. And if your cabinet doors, you know, you maybe that much, maybe would kind of show, but this shouldn't show. It's possible it would a little, but not likely. This is like probably 2.5 inches back from there. And usually countertop is about inch and a quarter overhang. And then the cabinet doors is about 3/4, so shouldn't show. And then yeah, same thing over here. On this screw, there's some corrosion on this screw. Yeah, your countertop should butt right up against there, like that. And down the side looks pretty good. Down this side, there's a kind of a it's coming right off, so just I didn't clean it well enough. I don't know if it's caulking or food or what, but there's a little fine line going down here that is rubbing right off. Let's see. This right here, I don't know if that will clean off or not, but yeah, there's a little sheen difference right there. Probably, you know, it's up so high, probably won't really notice it, but maybe. Let's see if our broil, okay, our broil is doing good. So there's that. And the broil element can make some noise just because of the way it's held up and designed. It looks like it's nice and red. All right, here's the timer. Yeah, screen brightness looks pretty good. All right, what else? Big broil. I think you can do a time bake, so you can hit the quick buttons or set your own amount of time. You can set, you know, your temperature. You can go these buttons or enter your own temperature. So I've got a time bake going. I've also got an egg timer going right here. And you can set the volume on here with the setup. You can go from, let's see, you can go from Celsius to Fahrenheit, clock, language, Celsius, Fahrenheit, Sabbath mode. 240 volts is what I have this set to, which is normal. So yeah, the tones. Yeah. I don't want to mess with that. But anyway, there's your setup. There's yeah, you can go through different recipes and stuff. It'll just automatically set the oven for a certain time and a certain temperature if you want to, but usually it's good to preheat the oven first. So I don't think anyone really uses that stuff, but you can if you want, if you really want to. All right, so there's that. The oven door seems to be a good seal. And yeah, I did calibrate this, so I know it's like holding temp and everything. Seems to, the springs on it seem to be pretty nice, pretty tight. In terms of any chipping inside the oven, looks like there's a chip right there in front of the element. Sorry, the broil element. You know, it's dancing around while it cools. Let's see. There's the light working good on the side there. And what else? Don't really see, there's, I mean, this is pretty normal. There's a little bit of scraping from the racks going in and out. This is basically glass coated steel in here. Just like just about any oven. It's a good coating. You don't really want all stainless or anything inside an oven because it's not very non-stick. So this glass coating is about the only thing that can handle as much heat as an oven gives off. And I did tell you I was going to show you the self-clean lock. It says remove racks. I don't need to do that because I'm just going to show you that the lock is working. I did test the self-clean. If you look closely, you might be able to see the door, you know, pull shut, pull nice and locked. So now it's locked. And then I'm going to hit cancel. And it will unlock as long as it's not deep into the cycle. If it's deep into the cycle, it'll be crazy hot in there, 700, you know, plus degrees. So it's unlocked now. So I was just showing you that the lock kind of engages, and it just, yeah, it can get very hot in there during the self-clean, so it's just a safety thing. Most brands, it's about 300 degrees. As soon as it hits 300 or below, it will unlock for you. All right, so there's things like this. I don't think I'll be able to show you every one, but there's a little dimple right there. I don't know if it's raised or lowered. It feels like it's raised. So it's probably a manufacturing defect. There's another tiny little one in front of the cartridge right there. I believe that one's raised as well. That one as well, it's raised. So it might be like a, you know, a CNC welding. There's one there, there. So yeah, it's just from how it's manufactured, all the little dimples. Yeah, I already showed you this chip. There's a chip right there. You know, these scratches. And this is the main thing. If you're at certain angles, the light will hit this. Or if you're closer to it, there's a lot of scratches on this front here. So anyway, and if you do want a brand new top, I want to say they're about 500, 600 bucks to get a new top part right there. But, you know, it's, I don't think it'd be worth it, but, or else I would, you know, sell it with that already, but I can't, you know, I can't charge enough to even get my money back on that top, so it's gonna just be discounted. Yeah, guys, if you're considering buying one of these, I hope you'll consider buying this one from us. The temperature on it is good. The cartridges are operating properly, and yep, it's just got the cosmetic, mostly these scratches on top right there. So if that bugs you, you know, I'd look for a different one. It is gonna come with the fan. The 2 racks, the cartridges, the vent cover, that. The vent cover or just the vent cover will be kind of wrapped down to a rack in the oven, and then the oven door will be prevented from opening during shipping, and this will be locked on there as well. Basically keep this from jumping off during shipping. The whole range will be secured down to the pallet, and it will be fully crated in basically 3/4 inch OSB. The shipping options, if you look, there's a picture that says, here's are the 3 shipping options. Basically, if you pick it up at the freight terminal, it's one price if you want it delivered to your house, and if it's okay if they leave it out at the curb. That means they're not toting it up your driveway with a pallet jack. That's another option. So the default cost on the listing is for freight terminal pickup. And if you want one of the other options, you actually have to eBay message me and say, hey, I'd like this delivered curbside delivery, or I'd like this delivered inside delivery, which is inside your garage. So those are the 3 shipping options. Curbside delivery is the second cheapest, freight terminal pickup's the cheapest, and then the most expensive option is inside delivery, which is inside your garage, basically. So anyway, guys, yeah, these are pretty manageable for weight. These doors come right off. You just open it like that much, grab right here on both sides and just pull straight off. And then to get the door back on, exact opposite. You just open up the hinges. So they have that stop position right there. But this door weighs a lot. So getting rid of the door, pulling the cartridges out, you're going to want to do that when you remove or install these, and that makes it nice and manageable. Two people can pretty easily. I like to grab them right here and from the back when you're lifting these things, or you can also grab it from the very bottom. But anyway, guys, haven't had any shipping damage on a range yet. Again, this will be fully crated in 3/4 inch plywood, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. Hassle-free, you know, worry-free shipping. It's nice and thick, this stuff right here. So, all right, guys, if you have any questions, just eBay message me. And if you want one of these in little better cosmetic condition, I should have other options coming up. I don't know if any of them are electric. I think that actually this is my only electric one at the present. So, all right, thanks, guys.